Well, this is not going to be easy. Not at all. It's not going to take that long to load them up in the bags. It's the quantity that sucks. I mean about 35 bottles, empty bottles. And one garbage bag weighs about 65 pounds. The heck do I get myself into? Who do I look like? A bodybuilder? Man, this better not take too long when it comes to loading things up. The bags better not split either, man. I tell you what, that would be a complete waste. You're going to tell me to keep counting how many bottles are out here. Man, you guys crazy with that. The main deal is to get them all out. No matter how hard it is. Or how much it weighs. I mean, I'm not Lou Ferrigno back in the 80s. Good luck with that. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't think the people are still living here. I mean, like we discovered the last couple weekends that this stuff dates back to like 2020 at the latest, I think. And all these collections of all this naughty stuff too. You know, like the smoking pipes. You know, the hookah stuff. All that kind of craziness. And all the other stuff in between. You know, like the PlayStation controllers. I found a couple of those. What else? A crap load of DVDs and CDs. So this is what I gather from what I discovered out here. I mean, see, this is how it was back in like the ancient times when you discovered artifacts within the landscape. You come to a conclusion about things, about people of the past, people that used to live out here, even though they probably moved on most likely, judging by the artifacts out here and the date range on everything that we come across, even down to the movie titles. We knew when they were from, what time range, the way they did things. I mean, every single CD, every single DVD just about that I found out here. I didn't tell you this last weekend because I was too busy trying to pick up the pieces. Almost every single DVD that I found out here, with the exception of about 3 of them, every last one, every single PlayStation game, whatever it was, a Blu-ray, they broke them all before they tossed them in here. Why would they do such a thing like that? I had to pick up every last piece, and I know I missed a bunch. I'm going to try to get those things a little bit later once I start making progress on this crap right here, man. Yeah. But one thing I kind of concluded with the collection of stuff out here in this one single zone, the same type of stuff, they had to be a group of like young roommates in their very early 20s, probably late teens, early 20s. Always smoking on the balcony, cigarettes, whatever, drinking all the time, always playing video games. You know, like the ones typically do, who live in apartments at that age. Got about 2 or 3 roommates. And when they do what they do, they just end up doing. Yeah, but they probably moved on. They're probably not up there now. Because I don't see anything that's brand new. And trust me, I've been looking too. How many lighters did I find out here last couple weekends? I'd say at least 35. And there's probably 5 more up in here. I just gotta take a deeper look under the debris. And we will find them. Yeah, this probably isn't going to take too long at all. Good thing I made these stashes. There's a bit of an area up here that everything's just like spread out. But I'm going to get everything out of here. Everything. I got 67 in this thing right here. I think that's as that's as much as I can get, guys. That's not too bad. That's about 55 pounds right there. So 67, close to 70 bottles can fit in each one. I'm going to have to go back to the vehicle though and get more bags. I mean, if only 70 bottles just about can fit in the smaller garbage bags. Let's hope they don't rip holes in the bottom, you know. All it takes is a little bit of weight force, you know, to press things through, which we can't afford to happen out here, man. Yeah, but the bigger bags that I have right here are for like the electronics and the toys and stuff like that. There's a couple of small tricycles. I mean, they're small, they're not big. But that's what the big boys are for. And I got 7 of the small ones. Thinking it, man, why would I even think that? I thought it was only going to take like 2 or 3 bags of this stuff right here to get all the glass out. Man, was I ever wrong? I'm already up to 2 bags right now. And there's probably at least another 350 bottles out here. And it's only 11:35. So it's basically only taking about 8 minutes to load up each bag with about 70 of them. And boy, do we ever have a long way to go around the back of the other side of the complex, man. Another weekend of heavy duty work when it comes to cleaning heavenly places. Or places that used to be heavenly. But it will come back. Trust me on that. I'm blowing through these things like crazy. Like I'm blowing through a traffic light. Dang. And it's only 11:30. Heck yeah, not even 12 noon yet. I'll start to get a little bit nervous if it starts to approach 4 o'clock. Yeah. Good progress already. I got a little bit of a concern though. A little bit of a pattern that I noticed this past week. And I'm hoping that it does not have anything to do with what I'm doing out here. Something very spiritual, to me that is, when it comes to cleaning up heavenly places. Something very bad happened on the other side of the world over there in Europe, the UK, last weekend. After I got 17 bags worth of garbage out of this heavenly place. 17 bags worth. And something else happened. Very bad on the other side. You know what it is? I found out the very next day on Monday when that thing hit the news reports. After all this hard work, trying to do good, it's almost like me versus the devil. Every single time I do something like this and try to protect heavenly places and all, something very bad happens against it. A very monumental tree was cut down over there in the UK. Over there in a place called Sycamore Gap. While I was cleaning up this heavenly place, someone went out there with a chainsaw and cut down one of the most historical trees in that whole entire area. I told you this before, but the devil can get to all of us. It can. A form of spiritual warfare. And it knows when I'm out trying to do good things. But doing stuff like this and cleaning it up is what it's against also. because it wants the complete opposite. And it'll do anything in its power to do anything against me. I know that for a fact. It's almost like it's yin and yang. Every time I do something good, something terrible happens. And cutting down an ancient tree of life is a terrible thing. Nearly 300 years old, and someone wiped it out. Something that the tree of life didn't deserve out there. But I know who's in charge of it, of doing such a wrong deed out there. I'm not saying that the human beings should be totally to blame. I know who the entity is that needs to take all the blame for stuff like that. So one thing that worries me is what's going to happen next when I finish up this entire zone, all the way around the next 9 acres by the end of tomorrow. What else is the devil going to try to pull anywhere around God's green earth? About dang time I found something worth recovering. Da Vinci style. Once again, I don't know. You're looking at about 600 pounds worth of glass right here. Close to 600 pounds. At 2 o'clock, and I'm nowhere near done. What the heck do I get myself into? I'm going to be stuck in the same spot all day. I mean, it's going to be getting dark at like, what, 7:10 now? Instead of 9:10? Look at these stashes. So many beer bottles I lost count. But it's just 3 piles that I had to make whatever's left. And that's the largest one. That's going to take up like 3 bags right there. Man, you're talking about close to 15 bags worth of glass. How the heck am I going to get that in my vehicle? And when am I ever going to get done? And I thought over there by the Chattahoochee was bad. North Chattahoochee. North Lake Lanier. I thought that place was bad when it came to all the glass bottles. Boy, was I ever wrong. I'm headed back to get more bags. I need like another 8. Another memento for my travels, possibly. Please be intact. Oh, retro, vintage, Da Vinci style. Collections get even better out here. I can't wait to see what's on the other side. Hey, get a load of this. Check this out. What the heck is going on here? You'll never believe it. And at the moment, neither do I. Well, let me tell you the story real quick. It'll take a couple of seconds as I try to track back to the parking location. For the past 3 or 4 days, I've been looking for my hammers because I was trying to clean some things and put things together inside the living room, up on the walls and all. And I needed the hammers, and I looked all over the place for them, even the back of the vehicle, and they could never be found. But get a load of this. Man, I must be doing something good. This thing has been out here for a very long time, and it's not mine. Where the heck are my real hammers, though? What the heck is going on out here? It's like the olden days, back in ancient times. What do we have here? Since 1871. Laughlin, China? Homer Laughlin. Am I so familiar with these guys? Please tell me it's got a pattern on it. Probably not. Oh, it does. It's ladylike. Nonetheless, Da Vinci style, it's fully intact. What another great find. It's almost like they help me find things that are, wait a minute, what the heck is going on out here? The more that I clean, the more that gets exposed of my desires. For good. Dang, just like the hammer. And by the way, I remembered what I was using the hammer for, trying to find the hammers that I had, what I tried to use them for. Well, I was trying to use the hammer to nail some nails inside the molding, inside the window of the bedroom, to remount the squirrel feeder, and I could never find it. Both of my hammers, I could never find them. And then the second I start going back to get more bags, they turn my head to see something that no one else would ever see. A hammer, out of all things. Man, what else are they going to help me find today? The more I keep cleaning. Now, if you were going to tell me it was going to take me 5.5 hours and this amount of bags to pick up some glass bottles, I would have told you to go, you know what, yourself. Oh, man. It's going on 4 o'clock, man. It's like I can never get anything done. Crap. Ain't nothing like cleaning heaven and heavenly places. What a beautiful place it is again. Just the death has to be organized, reoriented, moved around. It'll just take time. Let nature take care of that. Boy, did it ever take forever. And I am nowhere near done yet. I still gotta complete the other side of the complex over here. And that's not gonna be today. Besides, I'm almost out of bags. I probably got enough to get... You're gonna say you got enough to get 5 more bags, man. You're right. 5 to 6 more bags, but I'm talking about like the time. The time that it takes. No, I didn't forget that bottle. I planted that there. I've been planting the bottles that have life left in them, you know? Kind of like these little life pods. These pods that hold life, the little plant life. You know, like these little tiny greenhouses. I planted like 5 of them out here. I felt guilty about trashing the living objects, the plant life within them. So I decided to plant them just like that so they can keep on going, so they can stay happy. Because we don't trash life, do we? Welcome to heaven. How the heck am I going to get these bags? Let's go do a tally real quick. You guys crazy, man. The job's not done until the job's done, right? Looks like one of the alcoholics out here is hanging on to something. Come on, little guy. That must be Bacchus. Or part of what Bacchus is out here. Yeah. Let's do a tally real quick. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bags of glass. Well, no, 14 bags of glass and 2 bags of like the large stuff like the toys. The tricycle, that kind of thing. Man. That's a lot of carrying on the other side of the hill out here. What the heck do I get myself into? Let me grab a seat. I need a break. I pray that this place never gets this bad again, but I know it will. I mean, if every single bottle and can and everything else dated from about 2017 to about 2020, we are in a lot of trouble. Because I'm afraid that it will get like that again. It's almost like it's inevitable, as long as the human race is around. It's almost like they'll seek to destroy it, even if they don't even know what they're doing. What a shame that it happens, you know. But I know it depends on the personality of the people. the kind of soul that they have, who they are, how they live, everything combined. That makes up the human being. Not everybody can be good. Not everybody can care about nature, how it lives, what it needs, how it feels. You know, if I owned some of these places, I mean, it'd be great if I can do some kind of study, you know? Get on the internet, get on Google Earth and try to figure out all the apartment complexes that back up to places like this. Nice wooded locations that deserve to be protected. All sorts of places like this. It'd be nice to kick out one of my Da Vinci style proposals. What's that golf place? You know, that's got the driving range, you know what I'm talking about. Any kind of golf range, driving range. What do they have? The giant nets that go up, what, about 100 feet? Just like a baseball field. If they don't have the chain link fence, they got the netting, right? Right behind home plate. To keep the foul balls, or the fly balls and the foul balls, the foul tips, from going too far, like a catch. I mean, imagine that. Imagine the state getting involved in something like this. Da Vinci style. And behind every place just like this, that line's a wooded location that needs to be protected. They put up 75-foot netting. And it could be covered in vines, you know, ivy, whatever. Whatever wants to grow on it. But people can't trash their stuff in the woods. They won't be able to. If there was a giant net, boy, would that ever cost a lot of money. But it'll definitely keep stuff like this from happening. For real. Time to come up with another Da Vinci style plan right quick. I definitely gotta get more than this done today, guys. I mean, I got a company softball game next Saturday. So I won't be able to come out here until at least 4 o'clock. It's 4:15 right now. But let me go ahead and take these things to the loading zone over here. It might take a good hour just to get that thing done. And then continue to clean behind the complex. Let's hope it's not going to be too bad, guys. I mean, it took 16 bags over here last weekend. It took 16 bags worth. Way over here, about 10 acres worth. 16 bags. And it's almost the equivalent amount of real estate on this side. But I think there's less buildings that back up to the woods from what I saw. Less of these, that is. But when I was driving down the road, I took a peek in the woods when I was coming down the hill. Behind one of the buildings, I think it's some parking garage, whatever. And I looked to my left and I immediately started seeing some white specks. Which I kind of didn't like. Because I think I know what it is. A bunch of styrofoam and stuff. Behind one of the buildings. on a steep hill. A lot steeper than what that thing was over there. What that thing is. Let me go ahead and get moving. You know it's going to be getting dark at about 7 o'clock. Five o'clock. Instead of having 4 hours of daylight left, we only got about 2 hours and 25 minutes. Why did that have to take this long? And I'm not talking about the last 2 weekends. I'm talking about today, when I got my butt up here at 11 o'clock, 11:30. Man. At least we got it done. On this side, that is. Who's ready for the other side? The rest of today and all day tomorrow. Dang, 6 o'clock. I am not moving fast. Crap. And the sun's already going down. I'm not going to accomplish jack on this side tonight. Definitely going to have to wait till tomorrow. This is taking forever. I mean, I've been zigzagging up and down for the past 45 minutes. Slipping and sliding. Trying to keep my balance. Trying to get stuff like this. If I see it, I gotta get it. Man, I know I'm tired. Extremely tired. I thought I saw something. Hold on. Well, dang. Did you look at that? Just as tough as I thought it was going to be. For real. It's beautiful out here, though. Ain't nothing like cleaning heaven. Dang. Look at that slope. Everything is just spread out. I gotta walk a long distance. Everything's just like randomly plotted down. Like one here, 100 feet away, 60 feet this way. I kind of figured it was gonna be like that on this side though. I mean, it's yin and yang. Backwards and forwards. Either you're gonna spend a lot of time in one single spot, like we did today, or you're gonna spend the same amount of time walking all over the place. How does something like that get deep out in the woods like this? What kind of deep out in the woods? Looks like it might have come from what? What's that place called? Hobbytown or something like that? Blip. Discovery Communications LLC. Oh, it's just like a sales thing or something like that. A shark up on a hill. Look at me out here cleaning up in almost darkness, man. I'm trying to get 2 bags. At least 2 bags full. You're gonna say, but you got 17 to get on the other side over there. You got 17 to get. How long is it gonna take you to get 17 50-pound bags in the vehicle without getting called on? Another one of these things right here. They weigh a ton. Some kind of, energy thing, whatever. I'm looking. I don't know if this is a good spot to start tomorrow or what. I think it is. It's a line in the landscape. Gotta cover it all. I see a plastic bottle way the heck up there on the hill. We sure enough found some interesting stuff though. We might find even more once we get behind the other buildings on the other side over here. Yeah, let me go ahead and try to figure something out. I'm addicted to cleaning. It's probably going to take the entire day to do this one little zone. The next 5 or 6 acres. Things I get myself into. I know, tell me about it. Man, I just want to keep on going. I never want to stop until the job is done right. Da Vinci style. Completed for once. I see a whole lot of crap up in here. I guess that means it's a good starting point for tomorrow. And I also see a couple of black bags, like people have been dumping. I'm not going to say this the right way, but it looks like the ideal spot to dump. What a shame. I might spend the entire first 3 or 4 hours in this one zone. Not Da Vinci style. I know the ideal thing is to get up early. I know. I just laughed also. Just like you did. Because I can't get up early. Especially after I'm going to have to lift all those heavy bags for the next hour. Sneak up in those woods. Mission accomplished. The heck do I get myself into? Guess who just got 17 bags in the Da Vinci vehicle? Guess who just got the 12 bags of glass, the glass bottles, into the back of the vehicle? I didn't think I was going to get that thing done tonight. I thought I was going to have to leave those things out here until tomorrow night. But I said, screw it. That's not Da Vinci style. So I grabbed them things, Let's hope I don't end up having to slam on the brakes. Imagine if I rolled the vehicle. That would be a disaster. See you tomorrow.